In the vast windswept grasslands of the high Andes Mountains, a truly remarkable creature makes its home. This is the realm of the Vicuña, a slender and elegant animal that roams the alpine plains known as the Altiplano. Imagine a landscape stretching across Peru, Bolivia, Argentina, and Chile, where the air is thin and the sun is intense. Here, at altitudes of over 4,000 meters, the Vicuña lives a life of quiet grace. These animals are the wild ancestors of the alpaca, and they belong to the camel family, just like their larger cousins, the llamas and guanacos. They are a symbol of this breathtakingly beautiful, yet incredibly harsh environment. The world of the Vicuña is one of dramatic contrasts. By day, the sun can be surprisingly strong, warming the sparse golden grasses. By night, however, the temperatures can plummet to well below freezing. It is a place of wide open spaces where one can see for miles across the rugged terrain. The Vicuña has adapted perfectly to this challenging world, moving with a lightness that seems to defy the difficult conditions. They live in family groups, led by a single dominant male who watches over his females and their young. This social structure is essential for their survival, providing safety in numbers against the ever-present dangers of the high Andes. Observing a herd of vicuñas is like watching a delicate ballet unfold against a magnificent natural backdrop. They are shy and wary creatures, always alert to the slightest sound or movement. Their keen senses are their first line of defense in this open habitat where there are few places to hide. The family groups maintain specific territories, which contain areas for grazing on the tough grasses and access to water, a precious resource in this dry landscape. The male vigilantly patrols the borders of this territory, ready to chase away any intruders or rivals who might threaten his family's safety and access to these vital resources. The vicuña is not just an animal, it is an integral part of the Andean ecosystem and culture. For centuries, it was revered by the Inca civilization, who considered its fleece a gift from the gods. They held the vicuña sacred, and only royalty was permitted to wear garments made from its incredibly fine wool. This deep connection between people and nature has defined the story of the vicuña. Understanding their habitat is the first step in appreciating these wonderful animals and the delicate balance of life they represent in one of the world's most extreme environments, a true testament to the resilience of the natural world. To truly appreciate the vicuña, one must look closely at its physical features, each one a masterpiece of evolutionary design. It is a small and slender animal, standing less than a meter tall at the shoulder. Its body is covered in a coat of soft cinnamon brown wool on its back and sides, which fades to a lovely creamy white on its chest and underbelly. This long, dense fleece is one of the finest and most valuable natural fibers in the world. It acts as a superb insulator, trapping a layer of air close to the skin to protect the animal from the biting cold of the high-altitude nights. This remarkable coat is what makes the vicuña so special. The vicuña's face is gentle and inquisitive, with large dark eyes that miss nothing. These eyes provide a wide field of vision, allowing it to scan the horizon for predators such as pumas or Andean foxes. It has a long, graceful neck and delicate legs, which give it an appearance of fragility. Yet these legs are incredibly strong and nimble, enabling the vicuña to run at speeds of up to 50 kilometers per hour across the rocky, uneven ground. This speed is its primary defense mechanism, allowing it to escape danger quickly. Its hoofs have soft, padded soles that grip the terrain, providing excellent traction as it navigates its mountainous home. One of the most fascinating features of the vicuña is its teeth. Like rabbits and rodents, its lower incisors, the front teeth used for biting, grow continuously throughout its life. This is a crucial adaptation for an animal that feeds on the tough, fibrous grasses of the Altiplano. These grasses are abrasive and would quickly wear down normal teeth. By constantly growing, the vicuña's teeth remain sharp and effective, allowing it to graze efficiently. This unique dental characteristic sets it apart from its camelid relatives and showcases nature's ingenuity in equipping a species for its specific diet and environment. Everything about the vicuña speaks of its adaptation to a life lived at the extremes. Even its heart and blood are specially equipped for the low oxygen conditions of the high Andes. Its blood contains a high concentration of red blood cells, and its hemoglobin is exceptionally efficient at capturing and transporting oxygen. This allows the vicuña to live and run in an environment where most other mammals would struggle to breathe. From its insulating fleece to its ever-growing teeth and specialized blood, the vicuña is a living marvel, perfectly sculpted by the forces of nature to thrive where few others can. Surviving in the Altiplano requires more than just physical adaptations. It demands specific behaviors that have been perfected over thousands of years. The daily routine of a Vicuña is dictated by the sun and the cold. At dawn, as the first rays of light warm the landscape, the family groups leave their sleeping grounds on the higher slopes. They descend to the lower plains to graze throughout the day. This movement is a clever strategy. The higher elevations are colder but offer a better vantage point to spot predators during the vulnerable hours of the night, while the lower plains provide the best and most abundant grasses for feeding. The social structure of the Vicuña is fundamental to its success. The family band, typically consisting of a male, several females and their offspring, is a tight-knit unit. The dominant male is the protector. He spends much of his day on alert, standing on a high point to watch over his family as they feed. If he senses danger, he emits a sharp, high-pitched whistling call, which instantly alerts the entire group. They will bunch together and then flee as one, their coordinated movement making it difficult for a predator to single out an individual. This cooperation is a simple yet highly effective defense strategy. Feeding is a meticulous and constant activity. The Vicuña is a selective grazer, using its sharp, ever-growing incisors to carefully nip the tender shoots of perennial bunch grasses. It avoids pulling the plants up by the roots, a behavior that helps to preserve the fragile grasslands it depends upon. This gentle grazing method ensures that the vegetation can recover, maintaining the long-term health of their habitat. Vicuñas must also drink water daily, so their territories are always centered around a reliable source, such as a spring or a stream, which they will defend fiercely from other groups. As evening approaches and the temperature begins to drop, the family group makes its way back up to its communal sleeping grounds on the colder, safer slopes. Here, they huddle together for warmth, conserving precious body heat through the freezing night. This daily migration, from high sleeping grounds to low feeding pastures and back again, is a rhythm of life that has allowed the Vicuña to master its environment. It is a beautiful example of how behavior and instinct work in harmony with physical traits to ensure survival in a world of breathtaking beauty and formidable challenges. The Vicuña does not live in isolation. It shares its high-altitude kingdom with a fascinating array of other wildlife, each adapted in its own way to the rigors of the Andes. One might spot the graceful flight of the Andean condor, a magnificent bird with a vast wingspan that soars on the thermal updrafts, scanning the ground for carrion. Down on the plains, the curious vizcacha, a relative of the chinchilla that looks much like a rabbit with a long curly tail, sunbathes on rocky outcrops. These animals, along with Andean foxes and elusive pumas, are all part of a complex web of life in which the Vicuña plays a vital role. Protecting the Vicuña means protecting this entire ecosystem. The health of the Vicuña population is a clear indicator of the health of the Altiplano itself. When Vicuñas thrive, it signifies that the grasslands are healthy, water sources are clean, and the balance between predator and prey is stable. For centuries, however, the Vicuña was hunted relentlessly for its incredibly valuable fleece. By the 1960s, its numbers had plummeted to just a few thousand, and it stood on the very brink of extinction. This was a stark warning of what can happen when human demand outweighs our respect for the natural world. Fortunately, the story of the Vicuña has become one of conservation success. Through the dedicated efforts of governments, local communities, and conservation organizations, a remarkable recovery has been achieved. The creation of national parks and reserves provided safe havens for the animals. New laws were passed to ban the hunting and trade of Vicuña wool, allowing their populations to rebound. Today, local communities are involved in sustainable shearing practices, where Vicuñas are humanely caught, sheared, and released back into the wild. This provides economic benefits while ensuring the animal's long-term survival. The comeback of the Vicuña is a powerful and hopeful message. It shows that when we choose to act, we can reverse the damage we have caused and help to restore the delicate balance of nature. The future of this elegant animal and the unique world it inhabits depends on our continued commitment to conservation. By valuing and protecting these magnificent creatures, we not only secure their place in the world but also preserve the stunning beauty and biodiversity of the high Andes for all the generations to come. It is a responsibility we must all share.